Okay, I got the dart back off the rotisserie and back on the dolly. And what I'm going to work on now is this aluminum trim that goes across this top of this quarter panel. When I replaced these quarter panels, I left some of the holes there and it had extra holes. So what I'm going to do is work on is to fit that properly, this and the other side. I'm going to put the doors on and the fenders on. I got the old fender on there. I got a better fender for the passenger side that I'm going to set on, but I kept this because I needed to have this pattern. This had the trim that went across the top with the turn signal indicator blinkers, the GT trim, so I kept that. I just set it up here for display, to mock up for now. But I'll put the fenders that I'm going to use on here. Get all the trim, the aluminum trim across the top, installed and set. I want to have all this set. Now, you can see this radiator core support is not completely straight. I do have a new radiator from Glenray Radiators coming in soon, and as soon as I get that, I will fit it in here. The radiator I had in here was not the correct one, and it had a bunch of washers here to level this out, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have to straighten this out. So once I get the radiator in here, I can determine what needs to come out, what needs to come in. I'll be working on that. So that's the things to come. Get the fenders set on, aligned up, and then maybe even bolted. Well, they won't be bolted in. Well, they may be bolted in, but we'll come back off because I still have to shoot this and the door jambs. But that's what I'm going to work on. The outside trim. I'm also going to clean up some of these heat transfer spots in the trunk from when I had it on the rotisserie and I touched up the weld. So I'll clean this up and clean up the inside. I want to go ahead and run some seam sealer from here on up, and then maybe shoot this in the bed liner, the tenable bed liner. I'm going to do the whole trunk floor and the inside of the fender well. That from the factory would have been undercoated, thick undercoat. So to mimic that, I'm going to do that with a thick coating of the bed liner, both sides. So that's what I'll be working on. And I'm probably done with the rotisserie for now, but you never know.